Always choose the better side. Life constantly presents us with choices. At every crossroads, we can decide to rise to our better selves or settle for the mundane. Choosing the better side is not about external wins, but about inner growth, resilience, and clarity. This choice defines not only the trajectory of our lives, but also the legacy we leave behind. Today, let's explore how we can make this choice consistently and confidently. Life is a journey of decisions. Life is an ever unfolding journey, and at its core are the decisions we make every day. Every moment offers us a chance to choose whether to take a step forward, remain where we are, or sometimes even retreat. These choices, though they may seem small or insignificant at times, compound to create the grand tapestry of our lives. It's easy to believe that our circumstances dictate our outcomes, but the truth is the power lies within us. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. Yet what matters is not what happens to us, but how we choose to respond. Even when faced with adversity, we can decide to rise above it, to learn from it, and to let it mold us into stronger, wiser individuals. Our decisions reveal who we are. When you consistently choose to strive for better, not just for material gains, but for inner growth, you're carving out a life of purpose and fulfillment. It's not about perfection, it's about progression. Every time you make a conscious decision to act with intention and clarity, you're stepping into the best version of yourself. In the end, life is not just about getting from one milestone to the next. It's about the journey you create through the choices you make. Each decision is an opportunity to write your story. By choosing wisely and choosing well, you pave a path that leads not only to personal success, but also to a life of meaning and impact. The better side is the harder path. Choosing the better side is rarely the easiest option. It demands effort, resilience, and often discomfort. It's tempting to take shortcuts, to choose the path that feels safe or convenient, but true growth lies in the challenges we embrace. The better side isn't paved with comfort, it's built with persistence and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. When faced with a choice, the harder path may seem daunting, but it's also where transformation happens. Imagine climbing a steep mountain. The journey is exhausting, your muscles ache, and doubts creep into your mind. Yet, with each step, you grow stronger, your perspective broadens, and when you finally reach the summit, the view is breathtaking, a view you would never have experienced had you stayed at the base. Life's challenges serve a similar purpose. They test us, push us, and ultimately shape us. Every obstacle you face has the potential to teach you something valuable, to help you uncover strengths you didn't know you had. The easy path might offer temporary relief, but it rarely brings lasting fulfillment. On the other hand, the harder path, though difficult, leaves you with a sense of accomplishment and a deeper understanding of yourself. Choosing the better side often means standing firm in your values, even when it's inconvenient. It means taking responsibility for your actions and striving for excellence, not for external validation, but because you know you're capable of more. It's about seeking growth rather than comfort, progress rather than stagnation, and meaning rather than mediocrity. The better side is where you push past fear, where you challenge your limits, and where you find your true potential. It's not always the most obvious choice, but it's the one that leads to a life of purpose, fulfillment, and inner strength. When you consistently choose this path, you're not just moving forward, you're evolving into the person you're meant to be. Shift from reaction to action. Life often throws unexpected situations our way, moments of conflict, uncertainty, or stress that demand our attention. In these moments, our natural tendency is to react, often impulsively. Reaction is a reflex driven by emotions like fear, anger, or frustration. While it may provide a fleeting sense of relief, it often leaves us feeling regretful or powerless in hindsight. Choosing the better side means stepping away from reaction and moving toward conscious action. When faced with adversity or challenge, pausing is a powerful tool. That pause allows us to create space between the event and our response, enabling us to reflect on what truly matters and how we want to approach the situation. It's in this space that clarity emerges and we can decide on a course of action that aligns with our values and long-term goals. Action, unlike reaction, is deliberate. It's rooted in intention and awareness. When you act, you take control of the situation instead of letting the situation control you. This shift requires practice and mindfulness. It's about cultivating the ability to observe your emotions without being consumed by them, to recognize your triggers without letting them dictate your behavior. Imagine a heated argument. Reacting might mean saying hurtful words or escalating the conflict, driven by anger in the heat of the moment. But acting involves taking a step back, assessing the situation, and choosing words or actions that diffuse tension and lead to resolution. In choosing action over reaction, you not only maintain your composure, but also contribute to a more positive outcome. The shift from reaction to action is a transformative practice. It empowers you to navigate life with grace and strength, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. It allows you to move through the world with purpose, choosing responses that uplift rather than harm, that build rather than destroy. This shift is the foundation for choosing the better side in every aspect of life. Power of perspective in life. What you see often depends on where you're standing. Two people can experience the same situation but interpret it entirely differently based on their mindset and perspective. One might see a roadblock while the other sees an opportunity to grow. Perspective is the lens through which we view the world, and it has the power to shape our reality. When challenges arise, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong, to dwell on difficulties and let them consume your thoughts. This limited perspective creates a sense of helplessness and stagnation. However, when you consciously choose to shift your focus, the same situation can take on a new meaning. What once seemed like a setback can become a stepping stone. Instead of problems, you start seeing possibilities. Discipline over instant gratification. In a world that thrives on speed and convenience, it's easy to fall into the trap of instant gratification. We are constantly surrounded by opportunities to take the shortcut, seek quick rewards, and avoid discomfort. Whether it's scrolling through endless distractions, indulging in unhealthy habits, or abandoning long-term goals for fleeting pleasures, the lure of immediacy can be hard to resist. Yet, these quick fixes rarely bring the fulfillment we seek. Choosing the better side means embracing discipline over instant gratification. Discipline is the quiet strength that helps you stay focused on what truly matters, even when temptations and distractions arise. It's not about denying yourself joy or comfort, but about delaying gratification to achieve something more meaningful and lasting. Discipline is what allows you to say no to momentary pleasures so you can say yes to long-term success. Think of a tree growing from a seed. It doesn't sprout into a towering oak overnight. It requires time, care, and patience. Similarly, the goals and dreams we nurture require consistent effort and commitment. Instant gratification might offer a moment of satisfaction, but discipline creates a foundation for growth and achievement that endures. Discipline also builds resilience. It teaches you to withstand discomfort and push through challenges without giving in to the urge for immediate relief. When you resist the pull of instant gratification, you strengthen your ability to make decisions that align with your higher purpose. Over time, this practice becomes a habit, and those small, disciplined choices compound into significant results. It's important to remember that discipline doesn't mean depriving yourself of happiness. It means choosing the happiness that comes from accomplishment and self-respect. It's the difference between spending money impulsively and saving for a future that brings true security. It's the difference between indulging in unhealthy habits and cultivating a lifestyle that supports your well-being. Ultimately, discipline is an act of self-love. It's about prioritizing what's best for you in the long run rather than settling for what feels good in the moment. When you choose discipline, you're choosing a life of purpose, growth, and fulfillment, a life where you consistently align your actions with your deepest goals and aspirations. Align with your values. Every decision we make, whether big or small, is a reflection of what we value most. When your actions align with your values, life feels meaningful, purposeful, and fulfilling. On the other hand, when there's a gap between what you do and what you truly believe in, it creates a sense of unease, of feeling that something is missing, even when everything seems fine on the surface. Choosing the better side requires a deep understanding of your core values, the principles that define who you are, and what matters most to you. These values act as your internal compass, guiding you through life's complexities and helping you make choices that resonate with your authentic self. Without this alignment, you may find yourself chasing goals or following paths that feel hollow or unfulfilling, no matter how successful they may appear from the outside. Living in alignment with your values demands self-awareness and honesty. It requires you to pause and reflect before making decisions, asking yourself, does this align with who I want to be? This process isn't always easy. There will be times when doing what's right according to your values might conflict with convenience, popular opinion, or even your immediate desires. Yet staying true to your values is what brings real integrity and peace of mind. Aligning with your values also means setting boundaries and prioritizing what truly matters. In a world filled with distractions and competing demands, it's easy to lose sight of your principles. But when you ground yourself in your values, you gain clarity about what deserves your time, energy, and focus. You begin to say no to things that don't serve your higher purpose and yes to opportunities that do. This alignment isn't just about making moral choices, it's about creating a life that feels whole. Whether it's in your relationships, career, or personal growth, living according to your values ensures that your efforts are directed toward goals that truly matter to you. It allows you to find harmony between your inner self and the world around you. Ultimately, when your actions align with your values, you create a life of authenticity and purpose. You move through the world with confidence, knowing that every step you take is guided by what's most important to you. This alignment gives you the strength to choose the better side, even when the path is uncertain, and ensures that your journey is one of meaning and fulfillment. Focus on contribution, not competition in the race of life. It's tempting to compare ourselves to others, measuring success by how we stack up against those around us. This mindset often leads to competition, a constant striving to outdo others, to win at any cost, and to prove our worth through external achievements. But competition, while it may push us to work harder, can also create unnecessary stress, resentment, and a sense of isolation. Choosing the better side means shifting your focus from competition to contribution. When you center your efforts on contributing something meaningful to the world, your actions are driven by purpose rather than comparison. Instead of asking, how can I be better than others? You begin to ask, how can I make a positive difference? This mindset transforms the way you approach life, replacing rivalry with collaboration and insecurity with fulfillment. Contributing doesn't mean diminishing your own ambitions or settling for less. It's about aligning your personal growth with a larger purpose. Whether you're pursuing a career, nurturing relationships, or working on personal goals, focusing on contribution means finding ways to add value, uplift others, and leave a positive impact. It's not about taking from others to get ahead. It's about building something that benefits everyone involved. When you focus on contribution, you free yourself from the burden of constant comparison. You no longer measure your worth by someone else's success or failures. Instead, you find fulfillment in knowing that your efforts are meaningful and that they align with your values and passions. This sense of purpose gives you the motivation to keep going, even in the face of challenges, because your work is about more than just yourself. It's about the positive change you're creating. Contribution also fosters connection. When you focus on helping others, you naturally build relationships based on trust, respect, and mutual growth. Collaboration replaces competition, and you begin to see others not as rivals, but as partners on a shared journey. This shift creates a sense of community and shared purpose, where everyone's contributions are valued and celebrated. Ultimately, focusing on contribution is about living a life of abundance rather than scarcity. It's about realizing that success isn't a limited resource and that lifting others up, doesn't take anything away from you. In fact, when you contribute to the success and well-being of others, you create a ripple effect of positivity that enriches everyone, including yourself. This approach not only leads to personal fulfillment, but also helps build a world that thrives on collaboration, kindness, and shared success. Shift from reaction to action life often throws unexpected situations our way, moments of conflict, uncertainty, or stress that demand our attention. In these moments, our natural tendency is to react, often impulsively. Reaction is a reflex driven by emotions like fear, anger, or frustration. While it may provide a fleeting sense of relief, it often leaves us feeling regretful or powerless in hindsight. Choosing the better side means stepping away from reaction and moving toward conscious action. When faced with adversity or challenge, pausing is a powerful tool. That pause allows us to create space between the event and our response, enabling us to reflect on what truly matters and how we want to approach the situation. It's in this space that clarity emerges and we can decide on a course of action that aligns with our values and long-term goals. Action, unlike reaction, is deliberate. It's rooted in intention and awareness. When you act, you take control of the situation instead of letting the situation control you. This shift requires practice and mindfulness. It's about cultivating the ability to observe your emotions without being consumed by them, to recognize your triggers without letting them dictate your behavior. Imagine a heated argument. Reacting might mean saying hurtful words or escalating the conflict, driven by anger in the heat of the moment. But acting involves taking a step back, assessing the situation, and choosing words or actions that diffuse tension and lead to resolution. In choosing action over reaction, you not only maintain your composure, but also contribute to a more positive outcome. The shift from reaction to action is a transformative practice. It empowers you to navigate life with grace and strength, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. It allows you to move through the world with purpose, choosing responses that uplift rather than harm, that build rather than destroy. This shift is the foundation for choosing the better side in every aspect of life. Ending as we navigate the complexities of life, the choices we make every day shape not only our personal journeys, but the world around us. Remember, choosing the better side isn't about perfection or never facing difficulty. It's about making conscious decisions that align with our values, contribute to something greater than ourselves, and bring out the best in who we are. The road may not always be easy, but every step you take in choosing the better side leads to a life of purpose, fulfillment, and strength. It's not about comparing yourself to others or seeking instant rewards. It's about rising to the challenges, acting with integrity, and leaving a legacy that inspires others to do the same. So as you move forward, keep choosing the better side. Stay focused on what truly matters. And remember, the path of growth, contribution, and alignment with your values will always lead to a life that is richer, more meaningful, and truly yours. Thank you